Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. Starting from the 5. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throw in to start this game. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, but fortunately, he was able to fall on it, and they will maintain possession. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. We know how precious this ball is in this game. Got to take care of it.
After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Working now from the gun. Dump off, caught by his back. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And finally down right along that opposing 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Browns 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Ready!
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
At the 27-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
Another one for Judkins. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Still inches to go on 3rd down.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Let go.
He'll look to throw. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Lee Judkins on the drop down. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Flowers now to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Y'all gotta call my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. You better know power.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hey.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Red 23. Line. They say hot. Take right open.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's 2nd and long. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
At the same spot after the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
I'm gone. Focus. Hot.
Lawrence working from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Mustang 19. 60 Eagles. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns parlay the interception into points. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Lions.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play kicks off 7.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Hey, go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. The Browns on top early. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. On the run, it's Watson. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
We've set it down from 37.
11.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence absolutely fires this one right side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, tomato.
Now Lawrence. We've got a screen to the running back. He's across the 20, still going. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
On red.
Throw right side, caught by Thomas. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready,
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on. Set. Cowboy. Hey, pass. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Set. 65.
Throwing off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Browns first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Viking 18. Let go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, the football's loose. And he falls on it. They're going to keep possession and a chance to add to their lead. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Cougar 19. Rig. Dragon 60. 19 Lion.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught. This is Addison. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run here on first down. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 13-point lead.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. They'll run it from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Third and just 2 to go.
All right, let's go.
Design run for Lawrence. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down. Offense in a hurry up here.
First and 10 at the
First down throw, Lawrence. Cut out left. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hey, Lion.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bay on its way. All set to go now from the 35. Running here with Watson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
Great job.
First and 10 at the 23-yard
Hey,
line.
kill. 11, again. Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Red on red.
We put a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And the Browns see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate, and I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Here we go, set. 19, Charger, 19. Ready.
On the give, here's Jenkins. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
65 cat, 65 cat.
Working on first down. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
70 Timberwolves.
Again to throw on second. On the move, hit it right. And he'll go down here at the 16. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Third down run from Junkins. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. It's a 33-yard look from the right half.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Hey, Lion, roll through. This side's hot.
Lawrence with it on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. All right, now timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Red on red. This side's hot.
Now it's Lawrence. Finds him on the slant. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Complete left side to Thomas. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Hey, go!
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but someone would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down here at the 16.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag run. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Hey.
They'll try and punch it in. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pick up the 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you foul it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. This is Watson. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Watson again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars cut into the lead coming out of halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. An excellent game, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Now looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Mustang 19.
Third and long for him here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Into the crowd. And that pass is intercepted. Travis Hunter reels in the pick. And And the Jaguars take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
It's his running back. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here we go.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Now Watson. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Watson gets it. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's Jaguars football, and their playoff run is in jeopardy. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Hey, Lion.
They've got a man in motion. The handoff on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Let's go. Hey, son. 11, again. 30 left.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. So Reed, this is Justice. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Down. Ready, right?
They're throwing it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Throw here, 3rd down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going for it himself. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
70.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Browns 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
70
Handoff now to Judkins. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Let's go. 70 Timber.
Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's the handoff. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Okay,
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, ready?
Trying to throw this from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready, ready? 70 Lions, Mustang 19. Street, street. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. He gets it to Rice. fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So they get dings for the holding. Gotta wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down.
Hawk 70, Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Got all of it, and this is good. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Brings in the kick at the 9. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. One more snap here before our 2-minute warning. One drawn up here for Lawrence. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be second down. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Escapes the pocket. Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can arrive with enough for a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Quickly to Watson. Escapes the defender. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They send the tight end in motion. The give now out of the shotgun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here he is to throw. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
11.
Now to throw. Nice run across the 15. And he's finally taken down the 7-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. They're going to try with the wideout. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I really do like that call. Knowing you still got another down to work with coming up, good change of pace. That defense now, got to be honest, you don't know who's going to touch it where.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Rip, 23. Hey, Denver. Take right open.
They'll hand it to him again. And the Browns pick it up. So they do take over after the fumble block, but they're doing so in a dangerous spot right near their own end zone.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, yeah, season. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Go! 18, private cowboy 80. Ready?
They're going to pass it here. Headed out right. He tucks it and takes off. And his slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Like it.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they hold him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Ready?
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Let go.
A little touch pass here, trying to flip the chain. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed 1, but they're going to lose 1 on that play. It's 4th down. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. And they could elect to just take the safety here. And he gets it away from his end zone. Takes this one at the 40.
The Jaguars their first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
11. Hey, go. 30 left. Gun. They said it's hot. Hey, I'm gun. 13, Luke.
Setting up to pass. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
On red. Go. Hey, Ginger, hot. Take right open. Still.
1 final shot here. This is for the ball game. And the hit separates the football, and that is what ends this game. What a play. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. All right, so their spot in the conference championship game is booked. And now, Brock, gotta imagine those Super Bowl dreams are becoming a lot more real for these guys now.
Yeah, I think they can picture that Lombardi Trophy, Kate, but there is still a lot of work to do.
Yep.
One more trophy they got to get before that, and that's the one somebody's going to raise at the end of the conference championship weekend.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.
Yeah. Hey, give me a T, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give him the key. And it's only me. Wait till they, they give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team, give me a team, give me a team. They wanna scheme, cause I wanna sing. And she want a team, and she want a team, she want a team. I'm a die about, I'm a they rushing to write about. Did too much numbers to type them out, but I'm one away from that Michael route. Step on my brothers, we hike them down. I'ma step on my brothers, the hype is out. I've been married them, but I can't wipe and I'm wiping. I fell back in love with the process now. Should've started with that, yeah. Different than all of them rats, my heart is a test. Laugh on them outside and stuff in the back. I've been walking them down and then walking them back like ill. Y'all gotta sell that, and the waist can't get they belt back. If I fell back, that girl felt that. Just these Jones, I just need spell check. Give me a team,